Hey everyone, welcome. My name's Jennifer with Marrero Family Farm. Today I'm going to be shaving down my goat's udder. Today I'm going to be shaving down my goat's udder. Her name is Pebbles. She is going to be kidding here any day now, so I want to make sure her udder is nice and clean and free from any hair, especially not only from when she gives birth to make the birthing process cleaner and easier in her rear section, but also for when we start to milk her, her udder will be easier to clean. And it's just better when we milk so we don't get so much hair in the milk also. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and just going to be shaving her up. So this is Pebbles. She is a Nigerian Dwarf goat. I am sitting, so the angle is a little weird right now. I've already shaved a little bit of her. She's kind of dirty back here. I have her tied up because she is kind of new to this. This is only her second kidding. So, I want to just make sure that she doesn't kick me and stuff like that. So I just have her tied up here, and she was super hairy. And I just basically shaved the hair that was like really thick and through here in this back section, and also on this side here. I just shaved it down. I'm going to shave down some more. I'm going to make it pretty clean, hopefully pretty clean to the back of her leg, just so, because after they kid, they do bleed quite a bit and have a lot of mucus and stuff. So I think she might go to the bathroom. She's flicking her tail a lot. But so anyways, we're just going to clean this up with a regular pair of, hair trimmers. I wish I did have something different for the goats, but she seems to be doing okay with it. Let me switch this. I'm not left-handed. Give me just a second. So I'm basically just, going in and trimming it up. She's doing really, really well with it. I'm out here by myself today, so it would be much easier if I had, somebody helping me out a little bit. But sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. And that's basically it. So she's doing really, really well with this. Surprisingly, because I don't believe she's ever been shaved before. We got her when she was just a few months old. I think she was probably about 5 months old when we got her or so. Maybe a little bit older. But she doesn't like the way it feels so much when it actually touches her udder. But she does okay with that as well. But this is our hairiest goat that we have. She's just really hairy. She gets really fuzzy, and we just want to keep her nice and clean. It makes things so much easier. So I'm just gonna finish this up here. I'll just show you guys the end results when I'm done. All right, so this is it. At least it's, you know, I'm no barber or anything, but it's much cleaner back in through here, which is great because when she kids, all of this back here is going to get really, really yucky. And like I was saying, she is our absolute hairiest goat that we have. She just, she's super fuzzy. You could tell by kind of looking at her hair, right, like in this area, how it's not like very smooth. She's just a very like longer haired kind of goat. So we'll let her go. Oh, wait. Oh no. Hold on. So sometimes you got to remember to untie the legs. So she's free. Sometimes things happen when you do things too quick or whatever, not paying attention, being forgetful. Come on, Pebbles. Come on, let's go inside. Come on, Pebbles, come on. We don't want Piper to come out. We have the two, hold on, give me just a second here. Get in, go on. So we have these two together in here. Usually they all have their own stalls, but because it has been so ridiculously cold, we have been putting these two together because they get along better than, like, let's say, I say they get along, but here they are headbutting. They're best of friends, really. But Ruby tries to overpower Piper, the tan one in the back there. And Ruby is this one right here. Ruby is the oldest out of all three of them. Ruby is one of our breeding does. So we have Ruby, Pebbles here, and then Piper. And these are the three girls that we're breeding right now. We are hoping to get another doe. And I believe the next doe that we get, the only one that we'll be keeping is if it comes from either Ruby or Piper. Because Pebbles, as you can tell when I was cleaning her, she has a very small udder. Our goal here on this farm is mostly, when it comes to the goats, is for breeding good quality dairy goats. So in order for us to improve the quality of our goats, we have to make sure that we are keeping only goats that have a good udder. The way to get a good udder is to, well, first, if you have a doe that has an excellent udder, the one who really deciphers what the udder is going to look like is going to be the buck. So you have to make sure that you have bucks that their background of their mother and their grandmother and so on and so forth have an excellent udder. So Piper, she comes from a line with excellent udder. And Ruby, she's not registered. However, she does have an excellent udder because of her genetics. Either one of those two does that we have, as long as we breed them with a buck that has good genetic background, then these two girls, when they have kids that are does, they should have also good genetics with udders. So that is our goal. Now Pebbles, she doesn't have a good udder, but she is our first goat, and she holds a very, I'm looking at her, she holds a dear spot in our hearts. So we will not be getting rid of her. She's just here to stay, and we'll just be selling her offspring. And that's fine with us. We don't have a problem with that. She's acting kind of strange. So now she is due to give birth in a couple of days. So soon we will be separating her from Piper, and she'll have her own stall. She's due on the 31st of January. She looks so nice and clean back there. Look at that. I mean, I know looking at, look, The goats, they all love each other. They really do. So hopefully we get a doeling. That would be awesome. Now we wouldn't be keeping it, like I said, but it is easier to sell doelings than it is to sell bucklings. So we're still hoping for does, regardless of who's giving it. But now, Piper here, she's not bred at the moment because she just had 2 little bucklings that are about 5 weeks old. So she needs to have some time for healing and stuff like that. We won't be breeding her until the spring. Ruby is possibly bred, and if she is bred and has a doeling, we will be keeping one of her doelings. So Ruby is getting milked right now. If you've been watching our videos or anything like that, you'll know that she has a buck that we are keeping, for now anyways, but he has excellent qualities. She was bred before we purchased her, and she was bred to a buck who came from excellent genetics, and her genetics are also excellent, milking genetics, and also show quality. However, even though it's show quality, she was not registered. So what is it? What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? So anyways, that's why we decided to keep her little buckling that she had, because he has really nice looks to him, and we think that they would do his genetics would do really good with Pebbles, and hopefully maybe improve Pebbles line. I came in here because I wanted to show you, but couldn't get a good picture of there. But anyways, you can just kind of tell by looking at their udder to tell whether they're going to be a good milker. Now, we have not been milking her. We have not been milking her twice a day like we should be, so her milk production is going down. We're only milking her once a day. I think it's just because of the cold weather and stuff. I could be wrong about that. I'm not really sure. But her milk production has gone down. We get about like 2.5, 3 cups from her in the morning. And at night we were only getting about 1.5 to 2 cups, and we should have kept up with that. But it just got so cold, and with the rain and the snow, we just weren't coming out to milk her, and she wasn't really that full, so it wasn't hurting her any not to milk her out. But it is what it is. And then when Piper's bucklings are a little bit older, we will start milking her twice a day. Piper will be at her prime when her bucklings are 6 weeks old, and right now, like I said, they're just about turning 5 weeks. So next week is when her milk production should be at its peak. And then when the bucklings are 8 weeks old, then we will separate them completely from mom, where they So that's it. Everybody's bundled up with their blankets on any area that can possibly get a draft in here. These are Piper's little boys over here, and they'll stay over here until we wean them. But they'll stay here. Jasper's going to be staying as one of our bucks here on the farm. And Casper, we're going to be selling him hopefully sometime, around 8 weeks. Just a few weeks left for that. It's so funny. You can see how fuzzy Piper is. Her little face is getting chubby because she's all cold and she's trying to warm up. And then Pebbles, she's all fuzzy too. The only one who doesn't look super fuzzy right now is Ruby. But the other two, when it gets cold, their hair, their fur just really fluffs up. But they both look really good. Piper looks a little bit on the chubbier side, in my opinion. Like you could see Ruby nice and slim. And Piper, she's just a little on the chubbier side. She eats a lot. They've been getting a lot of extra alfalfa and stuff like that. So, look at them. They're so sweet. They love each other so much. But you can see Piper's udder. She has a nice big bag down there. And that's not even full. First thing in the morning, it'll be super full, obviously, because she hasn't been with her bucklings all night, so they don't steal all the milk. And if I can get let me see. So we have not shaved any of the goats, so it is kind of hard to see. But next time around, we will be shaving Ruby as well. And I will do it right before she gives birth, just like I did with Pebbles. But yes, they have not been shaved before. So you can see she has okay sized teats. They're a little on the smaller side. Pebbles are super small. And then Ruby's is about the same size as Piper as far as the teat size goes. Maybe Piper's is a little bit bigger, but the udder itself is definitely much bigger on Piper than it is on Ruby. So I'm going to have to move that wire. As you can see, that wire is kind of in the way there. Let me come over here and get it out of the way. I don't want to go in there. I'm going to have to go in there and move that around. It's been so crazy just with this weather and how cold it's actually been, and, you know, water freezing over and stuff like that. That's not typically, you know, an issue that we deal with. Hold on, give me just a second. This is going to be a pain in the butt. Well, like I was saying, last year was the first year with our farm. The rest of the time, it wasn't that bad. It was cool, but not to where water was free. There's an idea. There's an idea. There was a hook. Look at that. There was a hook here. So hopefully she won't knock it down. That's the problem. She'll probably come over here and knock it. Well, it'll work for now. So people think that goats eat everything, and if that was the case, we wouldn't have any wires or anything like that in their stalls. I don't like the amount of, you know, electric cords that we have here. It's probably not the best situation. Look at my baby. She's such a good baby. Oh, you're such a good baby. Yeah, but anything to keep these babies warm, we'll do it. And if that means that we have to put up some extension cords and stuff like that just to make sure that they have extra heat, then that's what we're gonna do. One of our goals for this year is going to be putting some walls up in the barn here, so hopefully we can get that done. But if we can get it done before spring gets here, that would be amazing. But I just don't think that we're going to be able to financially get that done right now. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You gonna nibble my nose? You gonna nibble? I know, you don't nibble. You're a good girl. You're a good girl, Ruby. All right, let's get down. Yeah. If they were heavy, they would not be jumping up on me like that. And they're not trying to be forceful or anything. They just want me to say hello to them. They want their loves, their hugs. And I don't mind. I love it. So I let them. Now the boys, on the other hand, I don't like it when they jump up on me, because they can be a little bit overbearing sometimes. But the girls are good. Right? The girls are good. They're so cute. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's not something that we've done before, but it's something that we're going to start doing, where we're going to just shave them down before they're ready to give birth. That way things stay a little bit cleaner, and it makes it a little bit easier when we're milking them to get less hair in the milk when we're we filter out the milk anyways, but it's just better when we get less hair in the milk. It keeps things cleaner and neater. So hopefully you learned something from this video. I mean, like I said, I'm not a barber. I don't know how to really cut hair, but I do the best that I can. I just cleaned up the back of those legs, made sure it was nice and like flush looking against the udder, and not just having some crazy wild hair just hanging everywhere. So that's really all there is to it. And like I said, we've had our farm for now about a year and a half, and we've learned a lot along the way, and we're continuing to learn. We're always learning new things, tips and tricks and stuff like that. But if anybody has any tips or tricks for me, I'd be glad to hear them. Or if you have any questions for me, I'd be glad to answer them. So make sure you leave your comments down below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to our channel, and share it with your friends. We'd greatly appreciate it. Until next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you then. Bye.